Today we're going to be talking about the setup of the Bard crosser. The first step is to obtain the crosser and make sure both the top and bottom components are turned on, which you can see highlighted on the back in these red squares. You will first need to obtain the sterile supplies to utilize the crosser. These are located in cabinet 10 of the vascular room, which as you can see is labeled crosser angiojet. On shelf 3, you will find these white boxes. These will contain the supplies that you need for the angiojet, located here in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. The first supply you will need is the syringe. You will also need the tubing for the sterile field and the tubing to prime your syringe. You will also need a 3-way stopcock, which is a smaller package right here. On the fourth shelf of cabinet 10, you will find crosser catheters. They are both long and short, and the surgeon will direct you on which one to use. Now we are ready to set up the crosser. We will first remove the syringe from the packaging. There is a flat side to the syringe, which will line up with a flat side on the syringe holder. As you can see right here, it is flat. So you will want to insert the syringe so that the flat sides line up. Once the syringe is in, you may have to do slight adjusting to get it lined up perfectly. Once the syringe is in, you can then close the holder and your syringe will be secure. The next step is to remove all the air from the inside of the syringe. We will do that by pushing the up arrow button located here. As you can see now, the plunger is moving forward. It does move slow, but it is important to get all of the air out. Once we are finished purging the air, we will be drawing up cold normal saline, IV normal saline. We can find this in the Omnicell under iced saline. We have now removed all the air and it is time to put the saline in. This tubing will be thrown to the sterile field. This stopcock we will open off the sterile field, along with this IV bag tubing to prime our syringe. So first, we will clamp our tubing so that no saline leaks out by pushing the roller ball down. We will then spike our saline and attach the stopcock. The stopcock will slide into the top of the saline and will be secured by tightening the saline tip like so. We will then spike our IV tubing. We will then prepare to attach our IV tubing here to the blue cap. Once you have removed the blue cap from your stopcock, you may then attach your IV tubing. Make sure it's screwed on tightly so there are no leaks. We are then ready to fill our syringe with the IV saline. Unclamp your tubing and then begin to fill the syringe by pushing the down or the back arrow to withdraw the plunger. Once again, the plunger will move very slowly, but this can help prevent air bubbles. If there are any air bubbles in the syringe after filling, make sure you purge them out. Once the syringe is filled, we are ready to attach our tubing from the sterile field. We will turn the stopcock to close it now to our IV tubing, and we want to leave it open to the sterile field. We will now obtain our tubing that we threw to the scrubbed personnel. There are two ends to the tubing, one with a screw top and one that will connect to the screw top off of the sterile field. The circulator will obtain the non-screw side to screw in. The other end will remain on the sterile field. We will then need to arm the system by turning the arm down. The blue light will begin to flash, which means we are good. You will then provide the foot pedal to the surgeon on the field, and they will prime and make sure that the system is ready to go. It will usually be a green light, but as we did not prime it with saline for this example, it doesn't like the air. This will also be passed on to the sterile field for the surgeon. It will be draped in an ultrasound type drape in a similar fashion as you would drape the ultrasound. This drape does come in the package of Crosser supplies that you open to the sterile field. If you have any further questions or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out to the service line supervisor of vascular surgery or any member of the vascular team.